I think we are at a fascinating stage politically. The old social democracy and the socialist project, the left, they're dying. Beppe Grillo's famous remark about dead men walking. But there's a vacuum, and as we know, nature abhors a vacuum. And there is a new progressive politics emerging. I've tried to articulate what it would be in the second book on the precariat, a precariat charter, 29 policies that make an agenda for the left. And I think that 2011 marked the first stage of a reinvention of a progressive politics. 2011, with the Occupy movement, the Indignados, the Arab Spring, this was a period when a lot more people stopped feeling sorry for themselves. And when they looked in a mirror, they didn't see a failure, they started to see a member of the precariat. And not to be ashamed, but that is a first necessary step in the fight back. To be able to look into a mirror and say, I'm part of the precariat, yeah. And so, you know, that first defiance. And I think we've reached that stage. And now we're in the next stage where we struggle for representation in the state. We struggle, and I think it's really important that the precariat should have its own movements and not be submerged in old trade unionism, for example. Convert the unions and bring them towards our agenda. I think that's vital. And then you say, well, what is the progressive politics for the precariat? Well, you start by saying, what is the asset that is most unequal in our society today? Security. If you're up here, you have total security, you can buy security. If you're down in the precariat, you have no security at all. So we need a strategy for security. Second, time. Control of time. Those rich people and those people have control of their time. If you're down in this precariat, you have no control of your time. So we need a politics of time, a different politics from the old socialist project. So when you start thinking like, what are the key assets? Quality space, the commons. Then you start getting an agenda that we can say is our agenda. And I think we're at that stage, call it left, right, blah, blah. But it is left in the sense that it's progressive. It's redistributive. But it's up to the precariat movements to get that. And that I think where we are today, and I feel the energy is rising.